Alright, the shop is a bit of a mess, but I got the message from my wife that the kitchen knives needed sharpening, so I'm gonna get into sharpening mode, and I'm gonna start with the kitchen knives, which are sitting right here, along with my electrical tester. But I had that out. Another story. Lego story. Lego train, trying to get it to work story. But at any rate, let's get back to what I was here to talk about originally. Sharpening. So I have a Tormek, and for the longest time I've been sitting it up on this bench of mine, which is 41 inches off the floor, table height. Too high. So I get a step stool and step on that to get my hands up above the work where they should be. You know, that's just not the way to do it. So then I had this sharpening station I built back here in the corner. Works great for hand sharpening, sandpaper sharpening, but for the Tormek, that's at 36 inches. Still too high. Get on a step stool, you're way too far above your work. So any video I've ever watched on Tormek, you want that thing to be the blade or the knife that you're using about waist high. And for me, that's about 36 inches, which puts the Tormek at about 24 to 28 inches off the floor height, or yeah, the floor height of your base should be 24 to 28, 25, somewhere in there. Anyway, I just had this revelation, and let me show you what I've got going here today, and I hope this works. So, wet sharpening, what do you need? You need water, you need your Tormek or your whatever wet sharpening system you have. You need a base. This right here is my tool cart that I've made that tucks underneath my table saw back here in that corner. Okay, so I had this revelation where if I use the drawer as a support, I can get this thing about waist high, which is right here, and I hope that that's gonna work out. I'm gonna find out here in a bit. But this is 25 inches off the floor. I'm going to stand on this rubber mat, which is going to be, going to jack me up 3/4 of an inch or so, but that's fine. The other part is this thing is always a mess for me, and I thought about using a tote or a tub cover to collect any water. So I probably don't need this, because this is for like joiner knives, stuff that gets really long. I think I'll be able to contain everything right here, but hopefully this will catch the water. This is nothing more than a scrap piece of 1/4 inch plywood, piece of 3/4 to kind of support the 1/4 inch so it doesn't bow and all that. So I'm going to hook things up. I'm going to give it a try. When I come back, I'll be done sharpening knives, but then I'll just be going through my shop, checking everything out, chisels, plane irons, all that stuff, and just kind of touching up stuff or putting a new edge on everything in the shop. So this could last days, maybe even into a week or weeks, depending upon how long it takes me to get through this stuff. But when I get into sharpening mode, I want to sharpen everything, get it done, and be good for, in my case, probably a couple of months. So I'm going to have at it. I'll come back and let you know how this works out for me, and I'll show you what the mess looks like and the results of maybe getting this finally at the proper height that I need to sharpen. Well, that worked out just slick. I can't be happier. This also contained the mess. I stopped it up once, but it was very early, and I decided to just let it go until I got completely done. But you can see some of the water in here. I never added any water, so there was still plenty of water to lubricate the wheel. But this, had I not had this tray here, it would have ended up, you can see there's quite a bit of water there, all over the place. I'll just put it that way. So I'm happy that I came up with that little solution, I guess. So I will continue to sharpen, but this is the way to go. Get that thing at the proper height, less fatigue, and you can feel and see what you're doing. Thanks for watching.